My name's Natalie Lloyd. I'm the Early Years Operations Manager at the Ottawa Inuit Children's Centre. And Lisa Lachance contacted us and asked us if we would be willing to come and share about how we use culture and that in the programming that we do with the children to develop strong mental wellness and their health, and the different approaches that we're using with all age groups, because we're servicing from 18 months all the way up to 18 years. Our promising practice is the way that we infuse culture in everything that we're doing with the youth. When they come into our programming, they're very early on, so 18 months, are getting a sense of who they are as little Inuit children. So they're learning things such as how to throat sing. They're having access to country foods that we can't go buy at Loblaws. So we provide them with opportunities to eat caribou and muktuk. And next weekend we're going to have an Inuit Day celebration, and they're going to see, hopefully, we're waiting to get final word, a full seal, and then see how our elders prepare it. And they're going to have a chance to interact with the elders and hear stories and play Inuit games, things that they are not learning anywhere else. And then we have elders come in and work with the youth and teach them about themselves, teach them about stories, and then we find ways that the youth could express themselves. Like we did an art project this summer where they got to talk about things that are impacting them as teenagers and their identity. And a lot of the youth have come back to us that those early years that they were with us and the way that they got to learn about who they are as young Inuit people had made them proud in their teenage years. So they weren't thinking about things necessarily like suicide, and we're not seeing that the high numbers in the south that we sometimes unfortunately are seeing in the north. And part of that, the youth themselves are saying it's because they feel very proud of who they are, and they know they have a place that they can come back to. Even though they're not a little one, they could come back and volunteer in our program and help out with different activities, and that's making a huge difference. So creating a safe place where people could celebrate who they are and have connections not only to other people their same age, but to the elders in the community, to other leaders, and to develop their skills. It's going back to those cultural values that it's not up to one person, it's really about the whole community taking on different roles and responsibilities. So you have the staff who are there who are teaching different things. Like if we walk into any one of our early years program, you have an early childhood educator, then you have a cultural teacher as well. So while we're making sure we're following everything with the Day Nurseries Act and doing programming as they have laid out, we also ensure that culture is running throughout it, and that cultural person brings that in. Then we have elders who coming in who volunteer some of their time, and they'll come share stories or they'll share teachings. So it's to create a Inuit community in a southern environment, and for young people and their families to have a place where they could come together and be themselves and celebrate who we are and be proud of who we are.